I'm Casper.
I'm CC.
We love to explore and see new places.
Come along with us on an adventure as we talk about places we have been to.
We will review places when we visit.
So join us on today's adventure.
Please like and subscribe to be notified on our next video.
Passing through the town of Merredin, on the Perth bound, there's the BP Roadhouse, where you can get hot food, coffee and drinks. Just nearby the railway station we have this lovely parkland area where you can stop and have a coffee, maybe a cake, with an old water tower as well. We'll just go for a little walk around this area and have a look and see what there is to be seen. Particular sculpture talks about Merredin's bronze horses at work. If you're into army and military, there's a really good army museum here you can have a look at, which is open 7 days a week. From various different tanks, RVs and even helicopters, and even what I think could be an old Tomcat. No, not a Tomcat, I'm not sure what plane that one there is. And an old military gun at the front. As we do our little town walk, we have the various shops, the local food harvest with fresh food market, the Merredin Pharmacy, the news agency and IGA. As we continue walking we have the Westpac Bank, also the Merredin Post Office. And just adjacent to the post office we have the Merredin Tourist Bureau and also a toilet block as well. And just down here near the toilet block is the Merredin railway station. Some of the other local businesses include Bank West and other ones as well. So we've got Subway, a furniture store and also the pub. A few clothing stores as well as the pub. And over here looks like we have an old arcade. Continue down we have the florist and we also have the Merredin French hot bread, which is a really good bakery, highly recommend. I was fortunate today that the Railway Museum happened to be open. And as we walk through, we have the various signals that were used and lights to light up the station, and old scales and the old symbol from that appeared on the coaches which resembled WAGR, which was Australian Government Railways, until it became Restrail, until it was privatised. And various famous trains like the Kalgoorlie, which the Prospector preceded, and the Westland. And as we continue to look around, various areas where luggage would be stored with where it's got to then travel to. Here we are, old uniforms worn by this one here on the right was the original uniform worn by the staff on the Prospector. In this room we have examples of old sewing machines and various old style plates. In particular, this one here takes my fancy. Merredin lunch. Presenting the Maple Leaf Cafe. And as we continue through, various cameras, egg cups, an old film projector and old number plates and typewriters as well. One of the wagons that's on display is an old brakeman, which quite often appeared on the end of the trains, which was used for delivering the various goods with passenger trains, and also where luggage would have been stored as well. And as we continue to explore, we have closed wagons, which were used to carry many different types of goods. You name it, it probably carried it. As long as it was general freight. So if you're in the country and getting an item of furniture delivered, it may have been delivered in one of these vans in the old days. We have an old oil tanker. As we continue down, we have a G-Class. There is one preserved in running condition down at Buoying Up. And this diesel down the end here was known as a T-Class. It was quite often used as a shunter. This particular one here was known as a railway maintenance car, which was used to go up and down the lines to check them out to make sure everything was in good working order. This particular building was known as a siding shed. Here is some information about it here for you to read. Here is a photo collection you can browse, showing the Merredin railway station back in its heyday. If you game enough, here there is this old signal box which you can climb the stairs up to visit and have a look at, which we're going to do today. Up the top we have an old semaphore signal. Up in top we have a sculpture of a signalman working the line. And over to the left we have the various ticket boxes used by Merredin in 1896, a basic system to prevent two trains being in the section line at the same time. So they would always know between one particular section to another section, with the various lines going into the platform, with the information on shunts and where it was going. Here is a view looking down towards the new Merredin station and down towards Perth. So the view towards Kalgoorlie isn't as long, but that's what you would see from up top. As we continue walking back to the entrance, on the right hand side, these are the various scenes that can be spotted. And on the left hand side we have an old luggage carriage and another form of a railway maintenance trike.